Hey folks, Riverwind here in Coquille, Oregon, up in the woods. Oh my gosh, I was born in Oregon, not too far from here, but you know, since I've been gone a long time, it's hard to really feel like this was once my home until I get out in the wilderness. Oh my gosh. And you got these huge Douglas fir trees. Oh my gosh. I mean, that thing goes up and up and up and up and whoa, touching heaven. And of course, all kinds of myrtle trees and cedar trees everywhere. Actually, I've been even doing some harvesting. Got some myrtle wood leaves here and some cedar. We're doing smudge sticks. Yay! Anyway, folks, I've been wanting to, speak to you about something that's real important to me and really to everybody. In the Bible, 1 John 4, 16 to 18, 16 to 18 is a Fibonacci number, really, really powerful stuff. Anyway, if you look that up in the Bible, just make it simple and short. It says, God says, I am love, and those who abide in me shall have everlasting life. I mean, how simple is that? So anytime that I hear the word God, anytime I hear the word Jesus or Yahweh, oh, geez, remember that? Yahweh, it's all about love. I mean, and it's not human love, which is unfortunately, conditional. But it's godly love. It's so powerful that, if you had just a touch of that kind of love in you, you would glow. You would be like this beacon. So, when it comes down to it, it's about love. And when you show enough love by living that love and, being around people that have that kind of love, you will reflect it. And everybody around you will be just awesome. When I'm back here in the woods and in the wilderness, it's just so beautiful. I could sense and I could feel the pathways of my life. And, most of you are going through a hard time, or people that you know. I mean, I'm staying with my sister Linda and her husband Ken, and they're both fighting cancer, and it's been difficult. And so many people that I know are not doing well, and I'm sure, same in your life. So, when it really comes down to it, you cannot save people from themselves. The only person you could save, is you. So please learn. Look around you. Go back out in the wilderness. Go back into the forest. Really do some introspection and love. And realize that if it's going to be, it's up to me or you. Anyway, the thing is, you got to pay attention. I mean, if it's not godly, if God did not make it, did God not create it, then number one, don't eat it. Oh my gosh, come on. Processed foods, foods that you buy in the store, most of them are not good. There's no vibration to it. Fruits and vegetables have been picked off the trees, so the umbilical cord is cut and the food is dying. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that's bought food from Costco and 3 days later it's rotting because it's already old and dying by the time you get it. So please be like, well, not totally like me, but maybe a little bit, create, biological or biodynamic garden, This here is the soil of the earth. Is it right for growing in? Probably not. So you have to amend the soil. You have to put the minerals back in because the minerals are the ammunition that we need, that we absolutely need. Here, bam, bam, bam. That you need to make yourself really healthy. You know, years of me talking to people, and you know, there's a thin line between preaching and teaching, and so you start preaching anybody, and they're going to go the opposite direction. The damn ego, adolescent mentality, or victim mentality, or some way to be, you know, whatever child that people don't grow up. You know, so this is your life. What are you going to do with it? You have to make that decision. How long do you want to live? What kind of life do you want? You don't want to suffer the last, I don't know, year or 10 or 20 or 50 years of your life. You know, I've seen people suffering, and I'll tell you what, they're angry, they're mad. You know, and they're, boy, it's like, you know, if you're around people that are not doing well and you're upbeat, then they get mad at that. Because they're mad because of what has occurred in their life. But who's in charge of your life? Here, let me point some fingers. Who's in charge of your life? Oh, man. Okay, one of my biggest hang-ups, okay, I'm going to have to get down to earth with you, is I care. I really care. You know, I love people, and I'm doing the best I can to help where I can. Being a healer, therapist, learning all that I have learned and all the books I've read, oh my gosh. And it's like, dang. You can't save people from themselves, but you could save yourself. And, you know, the best way to teach children is by example. So I figured that the healthier that I am, then maybe people will see that and like, wow, you know, Riverwind's doing great. You know, he's doing that. He looks good. He's not on any kind of prescription drugs. And you know, and you just got to show the way by what you do. You know, years ago, a singing group, Savoy Brown. I remember a song that, you know, don't do what everybody else do, but do what you do. Be, you know, be what you can. Don't worry about what other people do. Only worry about what you do. So there's a lot that I do because, you know, I'm not, you know, a young man anymore, but I definitely ain't going to grow old before everybody else out there is growing old. You know, I wish things like getting in a car accidents out of nowhere didn't happen, but you know what? If it happens, you know, it probably happens for a reason. You know, God loves me, and I know cares, and the fact that I am still alive and being able to talk to you, woohoo! But anyway, you know, I love people, and when I look around, I think of, you know, all the guys out there as being my brothers, all the women out there being my sisters, and they're trying and doing the best they can, but unfortunately, a lot of people are what I call lost children. They don't know, and it's okay. You know, it's okay. But find the answers. You know, don't become mad and crazy and woe is me and woe is me and the whole victim mentality. Part of the ego, of course. Find out what you need to do. And by God, just do it. Make up your mind. You want to be happy? State of mind, baby. You just say it and just do it. You know, and in some cases, fake it until you make it. There's a situation going on, deal with it. You're not a child. Well, unless you are a child. But do it. You know, I'm walking way up in the mountains, walking up some pretty stiff hills, and it feels so great. You know, I haven't let my body go down. I'm in really good shape for my age, and I'm recovering from that car accident, April 21st. But, you know, you go through this and you go through that. But ultimately, you know, this is your life. Woohoo! What are you going to make out of it? Hey, I love life and I love things. And, you know, once I finish up a bunch of dental work, I'm going to be real happy about going into a relationship with some wonderful, special, like-minded, you know, beautiful woman. And hey, let me tell you something. Beauty is not on the outside most of the time. That's an illusion. Beauty has to come from the heart. So unless it's coming from the heart, girls watch the men watch the women. Oh my gosh, it's gotten really, really, really crazy out there. And to me, it all starts from what we're putting in us. Chlorinated fluoride water, synthetic foods and high processed foods and oils and stuff that is just not meant to be in you. Not a good idea. Geez, come on. We have the God-given right to think. If you don't know something, hey, you got a cell phone, you can learn anything you want to learn in what, 5 minutes? I went down the rabbit hole so many times. Years ago when I was setting up a healing retreat in Thailand, just infrastructure kind, nothing, I got myself an architect to do feng shui on my healing retreat, talking to lawyers, trying to figure it all out, but it never happened. But I learned a lot. So being an American doing business out of this country, not really the best ideas. Too much power, too much craziness when you're doing business out of your own country. But, I got all this background and all these things I've learned about health and healing and designing this and designing that. And being a triple air sign and a double Gemini, I'm able to put things together real good. So, but when it comes down to the most important thing is to pay attention. Realize that just because things to you may seem like it happened to you, it probably happened for you. Prepare you for another time and another situation. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, love. Love me do. You know I love you. Woo! Or my favorite, all I ask of you is forever to remember me as loving you. So, anyway, love. You want to have a great life? You want to have a great day? Love. Love. I mean, really love. I mean, when you're laughing from your heart outward and you're smiling all the time, you become a beacon of light. I mean, who doesn't want to be around a person like that, If you're going through a hard time, change it. And some people, oh, I'm stuck. Well, make arrangements where you're not going to be stuck. Do whatever you can do. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye to you folks. Traversing down the trails of life. And the trails of life, got all kinds of directions. You could go, oh, I could go down trail number 3 here. Or I could go down, which was over here, Habitat G. Ooh, that's interesting. And then we got all kinds of fun things there. There's many paths of life, folks. Make up your mind. You are not a child, You got issues, grow up, figure it out. I got less money than almost everybody I know, and the people that I know that are really rich and got a lot of money, they're losing the money fast because they're, very sickly or out of shape and not too far away from. Unfortunately, something may happen, and I don't wish any of that. I pray every morning after my morning yoga, which should do, Anyway. This is Riverwind signing off in the woods in Coquille, Oregon. Blessed be, namaste, and adios.